going on, YouTube? It's your boy Big Blue Drew 97 here today, talking to you about My Hero Academia, chapter 235, titled Shimura Tenko Origins. And if this title doesn't give it away, this is an origin story for Shigaraki. And it is sad. Before we get into that, congratulations to My Hero on 5 years of being published in Shonen Jump. That is actually an amazing accomplishment, and I wanted to thank Hirokoshi for all of the great things that he has done with this series. He has made me fall in love with it because not only do I like anime, I also like superheroes, and this is basically the best of both worlds. So with the color page, it was very extravagant. It had all of 1A there, jumping around, and basically in the top corner, it's talking about basically the next generation taking over, and a few things that I noticed on a second read-through of this and just looking through it is that there are a few other characters in it. Because you obviously have all the kids from 1A, you have All Might, you have President Mike and Eraserhead, like the usuals, but you also see Hawks and Endeavor and Best Bunny Girl Senpai in the background, which represents basically the top 3 heroes on the hero charts, which is cool that they're just in the cover. But then also in the background, you see the big 3: Sun Eater, Lumillion. I forgot his actual name. And then you have the girl, just the girl, who can shoot spirals and knock people down in a single burst, but she's just the girl. So yeah, that was cool. But probably the best one of this entire one is if you look up towards where the skyline is, you just see Inasa. He's just in the background flying, and I know it's Inasa because he's flying and using wind, so it's obviously Inasa. So that was just a cool little saying, hey, he's probably gonna be in the show more, or the manga more, and I'm cool, because he just has an awesome quirk, and his banter between Todoroki is also great, and that also means that if he's coming back, we get to see Kami. I would love to see Kami back into the series because she's just a bubbly girl that's just loves everyone. So yeah, it's a really good cover page, color page. So yeah. But now let's get into the actual chapter, and let me just say, boys and girls, I felt emotional while reading this because, first of all, the first few parts, it starts off with Redestro basically losing his mind for Shigaraki. He's how is he able to do all of this? What do you want to create in this world? And Shigaraki's I just want to destroy it. Every distro just can't takes that. He just snaps and goes off on Shigaraki, and it's he says, he's basically then you don't need to live in this world, and then Shigaraki's well, who says that we actually need a future? And I'm okay, yeah, I can see that. A lot of people would agree with that. A lot of people's oh yeah, humans, yeah, we don't need them. Just shoot them off the earth. But he just snaps and then immediately goes into a flashback of his childhood, and that was just out of nowhere, and we just see his mother, his father, his grandparents, which we finally get confirmed that it is his in-law, so it was his wife's grandparents. He let them into the house because the idea is that his father basically built up the house and made all of these things for his family, and he wants a happy family. But the one thing that he doesn't want, and you can tell where the obvious inspiration for this, there's only one rule in his house, and it's that you can't talk about heroes. It's Footloose. That's it. It's Footloose. The only difference is I'm pretty sure everyone doesn't die in Footloose, because that's the thing, we know that they're all dead, but this chapter basically shows what led up to Shigaraki basically killing his entire family, and that's that is just amazing because like you feel pity for him because like he it starts off with him being brought home by the police and like immediately transitions to his like father like, all right, we're gonna teach you a lesson, and just throws him outside, and his mother is like, no, don't do that because he has allergies, we don't know what's causing his allergies, he could get sick. And it's like he needs to learn. And I'm like, you're a douche. That's all that he was being. He was being a douche. Like, I understand punishing your kids for like not going against your rules, but like even with a rule like that, you're being a douche. And his mother is just like after like, and it's like around dinner time, so like he may not be able to eat. You're just being a horrible father at that moment in time, because like you don't want to be a hero, and it's like understood a little bit later in the chapter why he doesn't want to be a hero, but like at this moment you're like, you're just being a douche. So like his mother brings him in eventually and like is just cradling him, and he's just looking at her, and she just says, "Do you still want to be a hero?" And like you just see baby Shigaraki, who's at this moment known by Shimura. He's just looking up as like he just wants to be a hero. And I think this is great because this is almost like a parallel to Deku and what happened when he realized that he didn't have a quirk. Like he was bawling, crying, and like just looks up like he wants to be just like All Might, which confirms that All Might was a thing during this time. So like he was still fairly popular even when Shigaraki was a child, which makes sense because like fucking All Might's like, I'm gonna take you in, little boy. I'm gonna take you in so I can screw with All Might. So like, and also we get that this happened when he was around 5. So like, normally you learn about your quirk and like you develop your quirk by the age of 4. And yeah, we know Shigaraki has a quirk, and it kind of ties into like why he keeps scratching his eyes. He has allergies, but like his ability is like to disintegrate things. So like he scratches his eyes, just like rubbing them with like all 5 fingers, because that's what little kids do. And like it's disintegrating his eyes. And even later in the chapter when he's like playing with the dog, he feels like a pain in his hand, and like you can see on the ball there's like a small like part of it looks like it's singed or it's disintegrated, and on his hand it looks like he's kind of bleeding. So yeah, that basically affirms that he has a quirk. It's just that he doesn't know how to use it because he's a 5-year-old kid. But yeah, his mother comforts him. Was like, "You still want to be a hero?" It's like, "But you still gotta live by his rules. But it's okay. I love you. Yada yada yada." And like, what probably like was like the nail in the coffin was his sister shows him a picture of Nana. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Nana, his grandmother, and she's like, "Yeah, our grandmother was a hero," and his eyes just light up like, ah, like just a cute bundle of joy. Cute bundle of joy, wants to be a hero. Father is a douche. So and this gets even worse because like she's like, because his sister, she's like, let's be hero siblings, and he's like, yay, and then heart cuts to his father with like the pissed off like shaded eyes face, just looking down like, you went into my office, and like I've seen that look of anger before. I'm gonna cut to the chase. He slaps his son twice, and like it was like a big old like wind up slap. Like he went into it, and what made it worse is that Shimura is like, and this confirms like what Shimura was like wanting a hero for. He wanted a hero to save him from like his father like hitting him, because his mother wasn't doing it. His sister wasn't going to save him. His grandparents weren't going to save him. And what is really messed up about this is that you would think that in a normal situation, like the family would come and try to stop it. But you have to remember they're in Japan. And in Japan, the one who's the head of the household is the one that basically like makes the rules, who is the provider for the family. And you don't go against the provider of the family because it hurts the family pride. So this all happens not because like his family didn't care, but because they were ingrained in the values of Japanese culture which even during this time wasn't great. So, but eventually, after all this happened, we learn more about. We get a flashback to him. Like we realize that the father is Nana's son, and he just has like a note and is like reading it in his head, and it's like, "I'm so sorry. I loved you. I truly did, but like I didn't want you to get hurt." And like in all honesty, I thought she gave him up as a baby. No, he was like a solid like kid. Like he was maybe like not that much older than Shigaraki was in this flashback, and he was given away by his mother. So like, I understand why he doesn't want his son to be a hero because his mother died, and he doesn't want like his family to go through that heartache. But you don't slap a child. You just don't slap a child. A 5-year-old child. And basically what happens is that the mom and the family is like, yo, we can't live by these rules. And like she basically says like, yo, we can leave you if you don't change. And like, I'm thinking, yes, leave him. But it's a little too late for Tomura, because the last panel of the chapter showed him saying, I hate everyone, which when he says that, that is basically the transition from Shimura to Shigaraki. You want to know what happens next? You don't think about it. He kills the dog. They don't show him killing the dog, but like his first kill that they said like a while back was that he killed his dog. This is the scene right before he kills that dog, and then it's like boom, the origins, and it says it's the origins of Shimura Tenko, but it's really the origins of Shimura. So when it comes to this chapter, it was so great. It was so great. I really enjoyed how it was paced. I really enjoyed like just learning more about Shigaraki, because like we always knew we were gonna learn his flashback, but like this flashback is like he was just a normal kid that just had like that one person that was like overbearing, and like it basically led to like his entire family dying. And like when you really think about it, he cannot be redeemed, but he can be forgiven. And I think that, and this is something I'm thinking about at the end of My Hero, like I think what's gonna happen is like, unlike All for One, he's not solely evil. He is like chaotic, but he may be like he's chaotic. Like he wants everything to be destroyed, and that's based off the experiences that he had. But I think that he can go from, because like he can go from chaotic, he can go to chaotic, or maybe at this moment he's chaotic evil, but he can go towards chaotic neutral. So I don't think he's gonna die, but he's obviously gonna be used. And I think if he does die, it's not gonna be by the hands of victims. I think he may come to a realization of what happened. He may take his own life. I'm not sure. Like when it comes to this chapter, it's very great. I really enjoyed it. And hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts on it. And so with that, hopefully y'all stick around. I'm gonna try to do My Hero and send me the series on a weekly basis. And hopefully by next week, I will be able to take on another chapter of a very popular manga. Probably guess what it is. Go on, guess. No guesses? Alright. Well, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Catch you there. Bye. Whoop.